everybody, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to make mini books. Sorry, don't look at my nails. But anyways, we are going to make a mini books ornament. Now you can do an ornament, you can do a jar, you can just do however you want, but we're gonna make this cute little ornament. So what happens is it depends on how many books that you read. So this would be a smaller one. This one you can fit about 80 of these little mini books in here, and here is 108, but my book list just keeps on going. So I'm going to show you guys what you need for the materials, and then I will show you how to get the designs off the internet that you can print off. So let's continue to do this project. So these are the items that you are going to need depending on what project you want to do. So as you see here, I have two jars. I have these on my Etsy shop, but some people can never figure out like what book to read next. So I have this thing called the never ending TBR, which basically means they just go in the jar, pick a book, and then that's the book that they read. It kind of helps you out that, and then I have it like that. But these are on my Etsy shop, and then I also have one like I'm going to do is books that I've read the entire year. So here you can do books of 2023. It just depends on what year it is, but got that for an idea. Otherwise, what I've seen you can also do is you could do ornaments. Now, since I've hit over 100 books that I read, I don't know if it'll all fit in here. So I have two different ornaments that we are going to try to use. This one is one that I found on Amazon, and all you're going to do is just push it together, and there you go. It's pretty easy peasy with that. Or what you can do also is put all the ornaments in this big one. This one was from Michaels. You'll just take the top off and then kind of slide them in there. This is probably the one I'm going to do. I think it's kind of cool to see an ornament of all the books that I will read for this whole entire year. The next thing you will need is some scissors. This is the paper that I use. This is sticker paper. Now you can use regular paper if you want. I suggest using like a cardstock paper, kind of something a little bit thicker, and you will need glue. But I like it how this is stickered already. There's 30 sheets in here. It's the same size of a piece of paper. This is the designs of my paper that I already did, and I will share with you guys how I did all this stuff in the next segment. But these are all the books that I've read so far. Do not judge me on what books I've read, but I got this, and I also make some of these on Etsy, so got those. And then the next thing you guys need is some styrofoam foam sheets. I got these at Michaels, otherwise you can get them, there's some online that you can get, there is some at Hobby Lobby, but I think these are like 99 cents, and then I use coupons for them, and I will link a pack of these that you can get on Amazon. So those are the things that you'll need. So now we're going to go to the Canva website, and I'm going to share with you guys how to make these on the computer. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is get on Canva. You can have a free account, but what you're going to do is you're going to create a design. You're going to go to custom size right here. You want to make sure it's in inches, and we're just going to do a size of a piece of paper, which is 11 by 8.5. Now I already have that made, and it's right here. Now don't judge me on the books I have read. There's people who read even more than I do. But anyways, this is my Goodreads. This is my list of all the books that I have read. I keep track of every book that I read, and this is the thing that I started. Now the first thing you see right here is what I did was I took an image and I copied it. Well, then I started doing this. As you guys see, we got that, and this makes it easier. But after doing this for the last little bit, I have found out to make it even easier and faster. Now I have read over 100 books this year, and we still have a month and a half left to go. So I'm going to share with you guys how to get your images just like this. So I got my piece of paper right here. We got a blank piece of paper. We're going to go to Goodreads. What I'm going to do is I am going to go to the book that I finished on my last piece of paper. So we got this one. You're just going to right click. You're going to scroll down to copy image. I know you can save these images, but copying the image is going to save so much more time. This is the fastest that I've done it. I've seen people go to like this website, copying the thing. I just went to Goodreads, copy image. You go back to your Canva. what I did is I pasted it. Now, it all depends on what size you want these to be. I have printed these out already, and I've done a project a couple months ago. So the size that I kind of like, and as you see, it's really distorted. So you want to have it go down so it's not distorted. But I actually have it at the 0.7 by 1.1. So that's what I have right there. And you're just going to kind of just put it in a corner. Then we're going to go to the next book again, copy it, and you're just going to continue doing this until you get a whole row of books. Okay, so we're just going to put that right there. So let me finish putting the rest of the books on there, and then I will show you guys the next step. But you're just going to copy and paste is basically what you're going to do, and then change your sizes to the size that you want. Now, some of them do say that they're one size, but you can see that some of them do have different sizes. That's okay if you got that. But another thing is I don't want these to touch. And one reason why I don't want them to touch is because they end up bleeding together when I print it. So I like it having the white gaps in it. It's just easier for me to do that. But let me share with you guys on this, and let's okay, so here I have all my images. I have them kind of not evenly apart. You want to have them kind of close together if you choose to. I like to get as much images as I can. So you're going to highlight all of them. Then you're going to hit these 3 dotted lines, and you want to hit tidy up. So they're kind of all spaced kind of good. And then I'm also going to do vertical, which I'm not liking the vertical. We're just going to do tidy up. Okay, so they're kind of all evenly spaced, but I'm just going to kind of center it. Then what you're going to do is you're just going to hit this duplicate button, and there you go. You got both images ready to go for it. I find that so much faster than copying and then duplicate. Copy and duplicate, because you have to get them in the same spot. So I'm going to continue finishing all my books, and then I will show you guys what to do when it comes to printing them out. So here I have them all set, ready to go. Now keep in mind, you guys can make these whatever size that you want. I have them because I'm going to put them in a little ornament, so the smaller the better. But what you'll do is you'll just hit this top right button, share, sorry it's cut off. And then you're going to hit download. And then what happens is right here, usually it always says PNG, but we're going to print these, and you want to have them as the best. So you're going to go hit print, and then you're just going to hit the download, and then you'll print it on your paper. Now, I actually have sticker paper that I am printing it on, so make sure you have that loaded, ready to go. Or I've seen people just print it with regular paper and then glue it, but I feel like the stickers to me are a better thing. So now I'm going to share with you guys what I do next. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is get your books, and you're going to start cutting them out individually. Now, I did mention that I didn't have them touch because I didn't want them to bleed. It does take a little bit longer to do that. You could have them touch. You can do whatever you want. I think the next time if I do more of these, I'll have them touch, because then it's just easier, less white to cut. But right now we're going to just trim them all, and then I will share with you guys what to do after this. So this will take me a little bit, but we're going to start making a ton of little books. Okay, so I got them all cut out. They took a while, but I got them all cut out. I do suggest maybe putting them together. Mine just kind of bleeds, so it just depends on what printer you have. But yeah, so the next thing you're going to do is once you get your papers, you kind of want to use like a flat surface. Now, I've done this freehand, but since I'm making more of these, I'm doing it a little bit different. So you're going to take your thin sheet of foam paper. Now, I have made these with the thicker foam, and I have made these with the thinner foam. I find that the thinner foam is just easier to cut, easier to deal with, just easier in general. So you're going to do that. And then the next thing we're going to do is actually make little strips of the foam strips, okay? So what I ended up doing is I take my sheet all the way to the end of my little mat that I have right here. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take like your books, and you're going to kind of just take some books and make sure your ruler is like lined up to the thing. which is fine. But I've actually came up with something that's just going to help me out. I have to do a little bit more trimming, but this is so much easier. So I actually am going to take, my kids screaming in the background, sorry. But I'm going to take this mat all the way to the very edge right here. So the mat's all the way to the edge. And then I'm going to take the foam all the way to the edge. Okay, so then what I do is I just take like a ruler or anything possible. And I was kind of lining these up to the dots that I have right here. But I'm actually doing it where I have the ruler like right on top of the numbers, because that's just the perfect spot that I have. And then I make sure that I have it even on both sides. And then what we're going to do is I have a clamp that I actually clamp the ruler on each side, because we're going to have, you don't want this to move when you cut it. So I'm going to make sure that this is to exactly how I want it, and then we'll start cutting. Okay, so now I have it clamped. You can cut however you want, but I have just a rotary blade. And then what we're going to do is just cut along this little edge right here. And that's why I have this clamp, so it's easier for me to cut. Now I am left-handed, so it is harder for me to cut when there's a camera in front of me. So let's just hope I get this right. Nope, I did it wrong because I can't see very well. But basically, you just want to have strips of the foam. So I'm going to continue making tons of strips, and then I'll show you where to go next. So the next thing you do is you're going to get your strips, and then what you're going to do is get your little page. You're going to peel it however you want. I've noticed from peeling it from the side, from the book side, it peels a lot faster. Then you're just going to kind of just put it on the thing. Okay, we will trim it. We will trim it later. We will trim it later. So what you're going to do is just start grading a bunch of books and just start peeling it and kind of spread them apart. Just like that. Now you kind of have it even, but sorry, I keep cutting it away from the camera. Okay, let me zoom in. So again, you're just going to take one of your little books, peel it. It's not going to focus on me, sorry. And then you're going to take your little book and just press it down just like that. Then what you can do is you can do one at a time, you can do a bunch at a time. Once I figure out what I'm doing, I will share with you guys what works a little bit faster. But what you're going to do is just take it and trim it. So trim it to the size of the book. I can't see that close. I gotta get closer if I try to trim a little bit sooner, but again, you're just gonna trim it to the size of the book. Just like that. So voila. Now what we're gonna do is try to find the other half of this book. Let me find it. I found some matching ones. So we got the little book, we got it all trimmed up right here. And then what you're gonna do is you will, again, peel it off. And one thing that I was trying to figure out, what is the better deal? So you got your book right here, okay? You could have it like this, or you could have it like this. It doesn't really matter. I've done it where it's like this and then I've done it where it's like this and this. It depends on how you want to do it, but I am going to do it just like this. So you're just going to put it right on the book. I did it a little bit crooked, so we can just peel it off. That's why I like using a sticker, because it sticks a little bit better than the glue. And you're just going to have to play with it a little bit. Scrunch it down. You might have to trim some stuff, but pretty good. You can't have it perfect. You can't have it perfect. But again, we're just going to peel this book off. And make sure I got the right book, okay? And then just kind of press it right on. Again, it's crooked. I can't see very well when I'm further away from me working on it, but pretty easy. So I'm going to continue doing this and then share with you all the books that I did. So voila, look at that. Now you got 3 books ready to go.
So I've been working on the one side, so I got the one side all finished, ready to go, and then I'm just going to trim them. I did get them all in piles, and I have started some of them already, but I'm loving the way they look. They're going to be so cute. So I'm going to continue trimming them up, and then they'll be finished.
So since I've been working more and more on these, I have been figuring out what works best. So I put them all on the strip, and then the next thing I do is I just have been trimming them all to a T. I'm not doing the greatest because I can't see very well unless the thing's like right in front of me and my camera's right in front of me, but these are just becoming out a little bit easier doing it this way. It's becoming a lot faster, just trimming it up a little bit. And then I ended up organizing all the doubles, so they're each in their own little pile. So each strip had two of the books on it, and then the ones that are not sticking went in a pile. So, but yeah, so what I do is just keep on trimming them, and then I will put the stickers on, and they've been going on so much easier. But, and then my stickers are just right here. So I'm going to continue trimming them, and then we will put the stickers on, and then we should be done. But it's going by so much faster now. So now here is the easy part. So we have it trimmed and ready to go. You're just going to peel the sticker and do the other side. I always kind of start from the bottom and then work my way up. And then if it does need to be trimmed, but majority of them don't, and then you kind of just can like just press on the white edges a little bit, but voila, look at that. Look at that. So pretty easy once you just get going. The more I make of these, the more I'll get faster at them, and you just learn more and more of a technique. But these are for my own personal ornament, because I'm excited to see all the books that I've read this year, and then when I go and beat my record next year, I'll be like, wow, I just finished my 105th book last night, so I will be working on more later on. So I have finally finished all of my books. This right here is 108 books. 108. Crazy. Yes. So we have the books here, so you guys can do whatever you want. Some people put them in a jar. Like I said, we have a never-ending TBR. I have a ton of different jars that I made for my Etsy shop, but like there's this one. Otherwise, you can all put them in an ornament. I know I got these ones from Amazon, and these ones fit about 70 of them in here. I did a little count on them, but you can just fill about 70 of them in here. So if you guys want to do an ornament, you're more than welcome to do an ornament. And then I'm actually going to get these prepared to sell on my Etsy shop, but here you can just do a ton of them like this. Or what I'm going to actually do is put them all in this ball and decorate them up. So yes, I'm going to put them all in the ball, and then I'll show you guys what they're going to look like next. Here it is, you guys. Here is all 108 books in this giant ornament that I got, and I'm still got a month left to go before the end of the year, so I can't believe it. But what I was going to do is put like a little tag right here. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. I feel like this tag is too big, but I might put it inside too, to let myself know what year it was and how many books are in here. So still debating. I don't like the way this turned out. I ended up getting some of these like Mr. and Mrs. little tags that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I ended up putting vinyl on one of them, and you could see the wording, and then I ended up putting different vinyl on them, and I did it this way, but just not liking it. So not sure what I'm going to do, but I'm going to sell these on Etsy the way they are. So pretty excited to put this on my tree this year, but this is an easy little thing for you guys to do with whatever books you read, by putting them in a jar and an ornament. Can't go wrong with that. I also got this ornament for the smaller ones, but yes, pretty excited. So if you guys enjoyed this little project, please let me know if you have any ideas of what I could add to it for like a little tag or something. Please let me know in the comments below. But this is super easy. You just basically make it whatever size that you guys want. The size that I made it came out to be perfectly because they fit in here perfectly. But I absolutely love it, and it's an easy project. So if you enjoy it, give this video a great big thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time for my next project. See you later. Bye-bye.